Hey, welcome everybody to week 7 of Sparkyz cast. And oh my god, those uniforms are hideous. Wow. Way to spite me, Sparkyz, right after I was making fun of STX Seoul last week, and oh, that is terrible. Anyways, before we get started on this match, this is going to be Sparkyz versus MBCGame Hero, by the way. But before we get started, I wanted to make an announcement about MAGFest. That's right, the Music and Gaming Festival, which is an annual 4-day-long video game party and concert happening in Alexandria, Virginia. This is January 1st through 4th, and seriously, this is my favorite event of the year. Like, I look forward to this more than Christmas. It is a ridiculous amount of fun. They're renting out the bottom 2 floors of this awesome, beautiful hotel, the Alexandria Hilton Mark Center, and they get the bottom 2 floors. There's a giant console room where there's practically every game you could ever want to play. There's a bring your own computer LAN room, and a jam session room, tabletop gaming room, video room where sort of traditionally they like to show, you know, Uwe Boll movie marathons and other random weird stuff like that. And did I mention the music? It's a concert. That's 3 nights of concerts. There's going to be bands like Arm Cannon, Metroid Metal, Select Start, the One Ups. And if you're wondering if a live concert of a band named Metroid Metal is as awesome as it sounds, it really is. So seriously, check it out. magfest.org for more information. It's only $40 if you pre-register, so go ahead and do that now. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I've been staffing with them for the past few years, so it's been a great time. Anyways, enough about MAGFest for now, but I'll probably keep reminding you, so I hope I don't bug you too much about it. Anyways, you should come. MAGFest. Awesome. Excuse me. Back to this game. We are going to be having Sparkyz versus MBCGame Hero in sort of a during the season clash of the networks. Although Sparkyz now has Hite as their new sponsor, I think they are still somewhat affiliated with OGN, just because I'm basing this entirely on the fact that their website is still ognsparkyz.com or .co.kr or whatever. So I'm imagining they're still at least in league with OGN to some extent, even though Hite is now their new sponsor. Oh, and giving them awful clothes. I cannot even stand to look at that. That is hideous. Sorry. So anyways, MBCGame, of course, the other major network, and I think this is actually at the MBCGame studio, or, well, I mean, I think this is played in a mall, but this is being broadcast by MBCGame. Anyways, so for Game 1, this is going to be Herb versus Jaehoon in a Protoss versus Protoss battle. Jaehoon is one of these guys that I just love to dislike. I just think he's boring and not very good, and I don't know. He has weird hair every once in a while, which is always laughable. But, you know, I really can't say that he's in too much trouble right now playing against Herb, who is, you know, not very good for Sparkyz either. Herb 0-1. Actually, Jaehoon's got a pretty regular hairstyle, not the freaky platinum blonde he's sported in the past. But anyways, Herb, you know, not so great. His only game this season, I believe, was against Anytime, which he actually played pretty well. Anytime went for a, you know, quick DT rush, and, you know, Herb didn't scout it out in time, and when he did, he actually reacted pretty well to block off his choke point and sort of surround the DTs for a little while, but he just wasn't able to get observers out quickly enough, so he lost that game. By the way, before I start rambling on too long, this is Herb in the purple in the southeast position, and Jaehoon is in the northeast position in orange, and they are playing on Fighting Spirit. Fighting Spirit is a it's looking to be a very Terran-favored map, and I believe, I think the reason for this is those wide bridges that Scout is just crossing right now. those wide bridges just let the Terran siege over those bridges into the natural expansion so easily, and it also lets, lets the Terran players kind of prevent that third expansion that's kind of far away from going up for a long time. But Protoss also have a little bit of an advantage in the same sense, because Reavers can pretty much do the same sieging over that bridge. So we'll see if that comes into play into this matchup. Yeah, so far, both players, it looks like they're mirror builds right now. I think one gate has been put out each and actually mirrored scouting patterns. They go and have a little probe kiss in the middle. Yeah, it looks like one gate cyber into cyber core is going down for both players, although it looks like Herb might be a bit late on that cyber core. I don't know where his extra minerals have gone. Maybe he's saving up for a very quick expansion, but he could be in a bit of trouble if he doesn't get any. If Jaehoon decides to push out with his early Dragoons. Oh, and he was trying to block off the ramp, but Jaehoon is able to sneak in a probe. And he does see that that cybernetics core is late. I don't know if he was hoping to block him off for a long time and then put down the natural expansion. Oh, and it looks like a Citadel of Adun going down for Jaehoon, so he's thinking about going for early DTs. So Herb once again is going to have to defend against an early DT harassment. And I don't know. I don't think he has gotten the scout out. He was not able. Yeah, he wasn't able to get up that ramp. It is blockable with one zealot, and it looks like Jaehoon was able to do that block. He was able to position his zealot correctly, while Herb did not. So excuse me if there's a little popping sound. I just bumped the microphone. Anyways, so Herb is. And I think a lot of trouble early on here. And just now, getting a cybernetics core and getting Dragoon range spinning. But he has no idea that Jaehoon is going for these DTs. And once again, he's going to have to, find something to do very quickly in order to stop these DTs. He almost even lost his probe, and just now being able to clear out the probe from Jaehoon. So Jaehoon has a great idea of what's going on. In the base of Herb, except for that, robotics facility that he just put down. But Jaehoon, gonna have DTs out in just a matter of seconds, and it'll really be up to Herb to defend against this. Hopefully, obviously Herb hasn't been able to scout this out, but he is putting down his robotics facility, and hopefully with any luck he'll be smart enough to put down his observatory first. They are at adjacent positions on this map, so it's not a very long distance for those DTs to travel. So, but that is a pretty good choke point that they can use in between the natural and the main. And so far, Herb now just pushing out with 2 zealots and 2 dragoons. He might now decide to take his natural expansion, which would actually be a really bad idea. He's kind of lucky so far that he hasn't put it up, because now it's not in danger from those DTs. So yes, and there we do have the observatory. So I think this will be out in time to defend against these DTs. If he's able to block the ramp for a little while, we're going to see how much. Oh yeah, he definitely saw that blur, and now he's going to go and stand on that ramp and hold off until those observers come. The observatory is done, so it's just a matter of time, and he's going to try to micro a little bit to hopefully not lose any units, but DT's getting free hits for now. Fortunately, also, it was only one DT, and that DT is going to get a couple of zealot kills, but apart from that, I think he's going to have to run away. I think he knows that the observers are coming out right now. So pretty good defense there by Herb. Anyways, after that defense, I'm going to go ahead and split this video, and we will find out what happens later on.